Hey, folks, it is Kary Oberbrunner going to be with you today from the back porch. I have a fantastic visionary, Web3 fanatic, excited person here today. I've gotten to know her over the last few months, and I've been really impressed with all the value she brings. Brenda, great to be with you today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, listen, lots of stuff is going on in Web3. I heard recently that, a new term, digital collectibles, are being used, and a lot of people know the term NFTs. But first of all, why do you think we've shifted as a world to really be excited about digital collectibles? Help my audience understand whatever level of understanding they're at.
Sure. To be completely honest, I think a lot of it comes from how we actually started our company, and that was my husband and I watching how our children interact online,
Okay, awesome.
and watching the inspiration behind the company that we built in the Web3 space was based on how they interact with content creators and brands that they love in the online space.
Awesome.
And they're equally as excited about a skin in Fortnite as they are about going to the toy store and getting a new Lego set. To them, they don't differentiate between the digital and the physical. And I think that's sort of how I look at the space. That this generation, let's be honest, the majority of our lives are online, whether you're 13 or whether you're 33.
Sure.
And so I think that while they're the ones who kind of embraced it first,
Hmm.
I think, to be honest, the rest of the world, whether we realize it or not, we purchase our movie tickets online. We consume a lot of our books in digital format. We probably get our news on our phones versus watching it on TV. And it's this idea that everything is so integrated online that when you're thinking about your collectibles or you're thinking about those sort of digital assets, whether you collected Pokemon cards as a kid, now you're probably collecting them digitally.
Wow, that makes so much sense. And I've seen some things recently. I got to give you this term, see if you've seen it. Have you heard of this term? I want to say it right. Um, Hold on, let me get it because I heard it yesterday. Have you heard of the term? Is it POAP? POAP. Have you heard that term yet?
I have not.
Yeah, I only heard it yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm going to share this with you,
What
but
does it stand for?
it stands for. Check this out. Um, Proof of attendance protocol.
Okay.
Proof of attendance protocol. And what it basically saying that now, when you go to any event, concerts, you go to movies eventually, you go to uh, workshops, seminars.
Hmm.
Now, very likely they're going to issue you, and again, I hope I'm saying the term right, but a POAP, something like that. But yeah, I'm going to show you this website here. Why do you think we even want to prove with an NFT that we've gone somewhere?
I think that has to do with the utility of the NFTs. So your first question was related to digital collectibles, right? And
Yeah.
I gave you the example of something that's a trading card, right? A piece of art or your favorite athlete, something like that,
Yes.
making the connection there. But I think the part of NFTs, which I think is the coolest, and what I think this is coming from, is the idea that there's a lot more that can of utility that can be built into those NFTs. So,
Mm,
for example, if I went to a music concert and I saw this band that I love, and my ticket was an NFT, there can be utility built into that NFT so that next time I go to buy a ticket from that same vendor or maybe buy a
interesting.
ticket to a concert by the same musician, I might get a discount or I might get some type of access that's built into
Ooh,
the NFT that I got from the first concert that I went to. So
yes.
this idea that you can continue to engage those users, those holders of that NFT is an amazing way that NFTs can be used sort of moving forward.
I love it.
So it's not just with a concert, it could be any type of event. It could be anything that you buy as an NFT. If you're launching a new video game and you're a small little company, maybe what you want to include with that launch is like a membership type NFT that maybe gives you access to a certain character once the game actually launches. Or if you launch a book, maybe you can put access in there for some type of utility that's like a hidden chapter or something that's within that as well. So there's lots of utility you can add into that, and that's where that phrase comes from.
I like it.
Yeah.
By the way,
I've never heard of it before, but it's cool.
I know it. I learned something yesterday, but they're telling me to pronounce it POHAP, POAP, I think. POAP. So I'm a Smoothie King fan. I don't know if you have those in Canada.
We have things similar. Yeah.
By the way, you're not in Canada.
I am. I'm just outside of Toronto.
Did I know this already? I'm coming to Toronto on Sunday.
Yes, I think we arranged to meet up.
We better. Okay. I'm glad we're chatting. So yes, I'm gonna bring someone with me because I was chatting with her the other day and she was fascinated by Web3, and I think there's some synergy there with you and her. But I love where this is all going. This digital collectible. Oh yeah, Smoothie King. That's where I was going. Listen, anytime they come out with a code, a coupon, a buy one get one, a $3 off, I don't even need. It's not that I even like, ooh, it's $2, $3 off. It's just it gives me an excuse to do what I already like to do, which is have a smoothie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's have
that ongoing retention, that ongoing engagement, which what loyalty programs kind of feed off of, right? That's why they exist. But NFTs just give another reason for that, right?
Absolutely. I just stopped and got my smoothie on the way back from the airport. But listen, here it is. I'm saying all this because of gamification. But you look down here, I have my healthy rewards. I can click that. I get my status as a champion. Like, you see how they gamified buying a smoothie?
Yeah. But if they would only gamify you for doing other things outside of just your purchases, right? Ooh. Like, what if you could get points for being more healthy in your choices?
Ooh, like, that's good.
I ran X amount of kilometers this weekend. I'm going to get this amount of points for it. Smoothie points for you. Or here I am drinking my smoothie at the beach, smoothie points for you.
Oh
There's
my
an endless amount of ways that you can gamify any type of action. So whether that's, people talk about play to earn.
Yes.
But there's also learn to earn. There's, be active to learn. Anything, right? You can earn from anything. Anything can be put into an action and given rewards for doing. And that's kind of another big piece of Web3 that helps you build out your community and who you are.
I believe in your stuff so much that we partnered with you. Can you explain what I'm looking at? And I want, a lot of our people are authors, entrepreneurs, influencers. What is what we call big blockchain integrated gamification? What am I looking at? What did your team build us? And is this possible for other people?
Yeah. So what you're looking at is the company that my husband and I and our kids started. So this is what we call the Whirlpool widget. It's branded specifically to Igniting Souls. So that's your logo, your colors, your choices. And then in your earn rewards area there, we create different actions specific to what is important to your brand and your content. And you get points for every single action that you complete. And then you can take those points into the store area that we have there, where you can see digital rewards that you can either use and purchase with your points, or you can purchase using crypto or credit cards. So you can sell things and you can collect points. So it's a way to engage deeper into, you have 3 different ones here. So you've got one that kind of digs deeper into your brand, your company as Igniting Souls. Who is Igniting Souls? Why do we exist? What do we do? And then you have 2 that are for your books specifically. Yep. So for Unhackable, it's a book that was published a while ago, and it's a way to kind of bring that back to the forefront. So get back into the book, learn more about the characters, dig deeper into who you are, and earn rewards specific to that book. So it's a new way to engage your community. We help brands build the community, continue to engage them, and then you can reward and monetize within the area that you have there with the store.
That is so cool. That
Yeah,
is so
so
cool.
it's a fun way to engage with brands. You know, as a writer myself and as a marketer, I think it's a really different way to introduce books, especially when you're talking about that younger generation that want to be rewarded and engaged and kind of dig deeper into who they want to own a piece of that book and own a piece of that brand. And this is kind of a way to do it.
Give us some case studies, because I know musicians have hired you, sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's really no limit. But you just gave an example about smoothies. We're a publishing company.
Yeah.
You could pretty much apply gamification to increase engagement. Do you think for any business?
Well, that's the goal. That's where we're heading. We're launching our SaaS platform, so anybody can go in and build their campaign. But I think really, when you talk about building a community and engaging your audience, fits into really any business. One of my favorites that we just launched was actually a called the Juneteenth Museum in Galveston, Texas, and they just opened their doors for fundraising for a year to actually open the museum in on Juneteenth next year. And so we're helping them to build a community around it, get some fundraising, educate people on what Juneteenth is. And I think it's an excellent example of showing how to sort of build a community and fundraise and educate all within one space. So that I think that's a really cool one. We've done conferences, musicians, sports. We've done all sorts of, you know, any type of content creator, personality, brand. A lot of play to earn games. People that don't have a community.
Okay.
So I just launched this game. So what? No one's ever heard of it, right? Like it's just there, but nobody even knows it exists. So we help to build that community before the community even exists.
I love that.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's really fun. And as someone who's been in marketing for almost 20 years, it's a new tool that I think is simple and easy. And I would have loved to have had it 20 years ago when I first started.
Yeah.
I love where the world's going. I think it's great.
And didn't you use this for sporting teams during like halftime and
Yeah, we did a great one of our very first projects that we did when we launched was we launched officially in October of last year. And one of the first projects we did was with FC Tulsa. So, you know, a football club out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And they used us for their final, I think it was 4 or 5 games of the season. And they actually used, put the widget out. They send it out to all of their, you know, people that were at the game and people on their list. And they put it on the QR code on the big Jumbotron. And so while you're watching the game, you can answer questions about the team and get points and sort of
wow.
learn more about FC Tulsa. And then the people that got the most points actually won. I think they were giving out some TVs at like from, you know, the Walmart down the street or whatever. So they had like physical things, but they also had NFTs of cool game moments and stuff like that. So
That's
that was
so
pretty
good.
cool
That's
too.
so good.
Yeah.
Well, and we wanted to experiment when you helped us develop this. So, like you said, we have our business where you can earn points.
Mm-hmm.
We have a nonfiction book, and we have a fiction book. So we really decided, hey, look, this is possible with all these different versions. Yeah, we sold our first NFT tickets the other day. I got to give a shout out to the purchaser, Danielle Burnock. She
Nice.
said, "Yeah, she said I want to be the first to do the Web3 workshop." So she purchased the NFT, like
Oh,
you
great.
said. Yeah, you can do it on with crypto or credit card. But why would this be good for other thought leaders? I mean, you look at this. Some of them are building engagement around my social media, but then there's other ones that are Amazon review. That's pretty slick. Um, why is this critical?
Well, I think it's about there are lots of different companies out there that do pieces of this. So there are different companies that help you build little campaigns around building your socials. There are other ones out there where you could go onto OpenSea and sell some NFTs if you wanted to. But I think what's important when you're talking about building a community and getting them to really champion around your product or your content is that you have to engage them in a way that's important to you. So if selling books on Amazon is your biggest priority, then you can put that action in and you can put lots of points, right? And then maybe you want to build out your socials. Maybe you want them to dig deeper into who you are. I mean, when we first launched, we actually launched with our own campaign to force people to read all of our bios and what we're actually about. And you couldn't get points unless you knew which one of our employees likes cats. There's only one.
There you go.
Dog people, right? But unless you dug into that content, you wouldn't be able to get those points to answer those questions. So it's all about what the priorities are for your brand. With the Juneteenth Museum, they wanted to educate on Juneteenth, but their biggest priority was around fundraising. So there's a lot more information in there about why they exist, why it's important, that type of education, and then immediate purchase through to your different options of membership. So it's about the priority of your company, and you need to be able to include those priorities in your actions. So it's more than just follow me on social, like my Facebook, follow my Twitter. That's great, but that'll get you sort of the funnel of followers that you want. But to get those ones who are really going to champion your brand and buy your book, or buy your membership, or buy your early access game, then you need to include actions that get them excited about who you are and do fun things, like the gaming integration that we just launched. Right? It's if I could play Fortnite and get points for Fortnite and use those points towards buying smoothies, well, that's a match made in heaven, right?
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I see Smoothie King, and who knows, maybe they'll watch this and be like, okay, we're gonna hire a word pool. We should. But I see how they're trying to do it something like this, but they don't quite have it. They're doing hey, fill out a survey, and get 100 Smoothie King points.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't really do that because it's the only way that you
Right.
can get, I'd rather post a picture on my Instagram and hashtag Smoothie King. I do that for free sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, hey, I like to return the favor,
Yeah.
because I'm a business. But I could see how that if they had a loyalty based NFT earning engagement campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Let's talk about where NFTs are going, digital collectibles. I've heard now that certain schools out in California are now issuing diplomas as NFTs.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard this because think about it. In fact, I'm going to show you something really quick. This might blow your mind, maybe not.
Let's be honest, I'm pretty sure my high school diploma is buried in a Tupperware container in the bottom of the basement, right? I guess everything that's digital is much more accessible, that's for sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I want to show people an example. In fact, I have a big announcement tonight for our Igniting Souls certified coaches. But can you see this woman, Lee?
Yes.
Okay. Lee is in South Africa. Right now on LinkedIn, I have no idea if she really went to the University of Liverpool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now we live in a world that I've heard the trust index is very low globally. And as a result, we don't know about fake news. We don't know about agendas, and we don't know what's real. Well, if you meet Lee and if you're like, hey, I think I want to trust this lady. I was on her webinar. She seems legit. Right now, you can go down in LinkedIn And I know all social media is going this way. I've seen things with Twitter. Twitter now is Twitter Blue, where you can
Mhm.
put your profile picture as an NFT. But watch this, ready? There's a section where I can click licenses and certifications. And since I'm looking at this screen, Brenda, you tell me if you can see this.
Yep, I can see it.
Yeah, you can see it? Okay.
I can see it.
Well,
Yep.
check it out. Now what I can do is I can just literally click show credential, and it will literally show an NFT. And now they're making NFTs badges, and you can hit verify, and you see here that it was verified on the blockchain.
Mhm.
Does it make sense?
Well, and I think that's a piece when you talk about verification and ongoing, especially when you talk about publishing. That's something that's an ongoing concern, right? If I have an audio file of my book, can somebody then just take that and resell it or put it over here or whatever? NFTs, everything on the blockchain is verified, and you can trail it back to where it started, and you can continue to accredit that person who owned it first. You can see who owned it second. You can see sort of how it went through. You can also have percentages that are paid to the original
Yes.
owner versus the secondary owner versus the third owner. So there's a trail, a paper trail, actually a not paper trail.
I gotcha.
So it's a great way when you're looking, as you say, you're talking about certification, you're talking about your diploma, you're talking about ownership of content. It's the perfect way to continue to I don't know, verify that.
Yeah.
And be also be able to give back to the original owner of who owned it in the first place. So
I
there's
love it.
lots of great things you can do with them in that way.
Yeah, I'm trying to make authors realize like their book is now a means to create generational wealth.
Yeah,
For the
absolutely.
rest of their life. The NFT can just merely drop in royalties into their wallet.
Yeah.
So let's talk a couple quick things. Let's talk about your speech at conference. Why should people come? What are they going to learn from your particular speech?
Well, my speech, I'm going to focus on the sort of how we started this conversation, talk about the importance of building community, continuing to engage that community, and how you can then reward and monetize that community. So I will be talking about the award pool widget and how you can use that in that way, showing what we've done with Igniting Souls. So I'll give a sort of a demo of how that works. But I think the important story is around the importance of not just building a community, but continuing to engage them and how you can do that.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that is huge. Community engagement. Most people who write a book with zero community, they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
But you're saying that award pool and blockchain integrated gamification can essentially spike engagement. All right, we got our team here that's pretty pumped about your book. In fact, they're posting about it here. Let me bring
Yeah,
up.
I can see Ricky posting about
Yeah. So what's the book's name? When does it come out? And are you going to use award pool? Or blockchain
Absolutely.
integrated game?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So my book is called Trading Pizza for Ramen. And it's actually a chapter book aimed at 9 to 12-year-olds. And it's semi autobiographical. It actually tells the story of my family when we relocated to Japan when I was 7 years old and my brother was 10. And it's actually told in the voice of a 12-year-old boy. And it kind of teaches kids a little bit about dealing with relocation, what that feels like, how to handle it. But it also introduces you to Japanese culture in kind of a very fun, tongue-in-cheek way as it's told by a 12-year-old boy, right? So it's that's sort of what the book is about. And I'm actually using Award Pool as a way to create engagement around it.
Wow.
I'm going to have NFTs of characters, locations, language cards, some chapters, hidden chapters read by the 12-year-old. So some different ways to continue to engage with the content that way.
And I've seen the illustrations, and it is fantastic.
Yeah, the illustrations are wonderful. Your team did a really good job with those.
Well, yeah, I think it was it Leia who did it?
Yes.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Okay, so award pool, is that the website, awardpool.com?
Warpool.com, that's right.
Okay, so people can find out more about that. You're going to have a software as a, what do you call it? SaaS, software as a service.
Software as a service. So you'll be able to sign up and build your own campaign at no cost. And then, if you like it, you want more features and ongoing, then we'll have sort of a monthly fee moving forward. Yeah. So that should our SaaS platform should be launching within the next 6 to 8 weeks. So it'll be ready for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love it. Super excited for you. I forget, I'm no pressure. Did we ask you for a bonus if people sign up early?
You did make a mention of that, and what we are going to come to the conference with is if people do meet up with us, then we're going to offer sort of a consultative service to help build out a widget if they are interested.
That's so
make sure that whatever they're signing up for will be successful.
I love it. Okay. So folks, lots of things are being dropped here. Brenda's personal website, love it. Vagabondpoet.com, is that right?
It is right. Yeah.
I don't even know how my team finds this stuff.
Well, I've had that since I was a teenager, so it's still
I love it. Okay. And Fitz is loving the YouTube and Facebook, and we even got LinkedIn, and man, it's blowing up. This is no joke. This is our highest attended live stream.
Oh, wow.
So good job to your audience. It's been fluctuating all over. When it's all said and done, with the replays, we'll be at several hundred. So huge congrats to you. I love Award Pool. I'm so excited that people can go to our website, ignitingsouls.com, and jump in and start earning points for free. And they don't need a digital wallet. If they don't know what that means yet, they can do an email.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of Award Pool. We make Web3 accessible for those who don't even understand it.
That's cool.
So you can log in with an email. You can buy stuff with a credit card. You don't have to know anything about Web3 blockchain.
Yeah. But someday we all will.
Yeah. Well, you might not understand it, but what you're actually using when you use it is highly involved with blockchain.
Yes.
But you can use it without the knowledge. So that's where the beauty is. It's a nice soft entry.
That's so good. Well, listen, Brenda, very excited that you're coming. I want to encourage everybody, get your ticket, because Brenda is one of about 30 massive experts who know their lane very well. And you're going to get, tens of thousands of dollars worth of education that you'd have to go out and find and be certified and all this stuff. But you come to conference and all the influencers are going to be there. So thank you so much, Brenda. Thanks to your team. And I know we'll be in touch.
Sounds great. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
All right.